Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Swati Gupta, Joint Secretary Training Unit, and I welcome you all on this webinar on shielding your digital life, cybersecurity as a part of schools education. I welcome all the teachers, students, parents, members of training unit, NCOEs, and all the schools, principals, teachers who have joined us through YouTube. You can also place your query on the YouTube chat box, and the same shall be placed before the experts. This session raises awareness about the need of integrating cybersecurity education into school curricula. It is crucial to equip students with the knowledge and skills to navigate the digital world safely and responsibly. This includes understanding common threats like phishing and malware, as well as best practices for password management and safe online behavior. The keynote speaker of this webinar is Shri Nishant Kumar sir. He is the Director, Indian Crime Coordination Center. He is holding the charges of National Forensic Lab Ecosystem, National Research and Innovation Center, and National Ecosystem Management Unit under the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. I welcome you, sir. I also like to welcome Director Training, sir, whose under whose guidance this webinar has become a reality. Now I call upon Mr. Manoj Kumar Srivastava, sir, for his opening remarks, please.
Thank you, Dr. Swati, for your introduction and also the welcome note. You have almost set the context. It is indeed my privilege and honor to welcome Shri Nishant Kumarji and his team from the IC4 about this webinar, which is being held on a very contemporary topic. If you recall, board has issued a notification on 4th of April this month, where we have solicited the attention of all the principals, the teachers and students and parents and the education community at large that we were in discussion with the I4C department, which is a department under the Ministry of Home Affairs, Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, and they reached out to us and they said that because school play a key role in raising awareness about cybercrime and also in preventing any other thing which is not good. So therefore, the request came to CBSE that we should conduct a webinar jointly, and that is how we conceptualize this program. And we are having this. You know that NEP has also spoken about cybersecurity. So with the emphasis on digital education and technological integration by NEP, the digital literacy and online learning and use of technology has been is a need of our, and it is a need of the hour for the teachers and students to be trained as much as it is possible to recognize and avoid cyber threats, because IT and chat GPT and all technological advancement, we badly need them, and therefore we also need to be knowing as to what are the protocols and what are the safety measures that we should put in place to be a careful citizen. And the program will give you a complete gamut of information with regard to as to what are the types of cybercrime that are happening, and how do we ensure that in the first place that we protect not to get into trap of such cybercrime and scams, online scams. And at the same time, you will also listen to Nishanji, who has dealt such cases extensively, will tell you how do we report them and what are the methodology with which the Government of India Ministry of Home Affairs try to address them and arrest this menace. So it will be very interesting for all of us. And Nishanji, to tell you that we have around 32,000 odd schools across the country, and including 265 schools abroad. And we have made a request to all the principals to encourage their teachers and parents and students to join for this webinar. और वो सब आपको बड़ी तल्लीनता से सुनेंगे, और ये टॉपिक इतना हमारे लिए एक सिग्निफिकेंट है क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा सर्ज है आज की तारीख में, एंड पीपल आर फॉलोइंग प्रे टू दिस. एंड सो आई एम श्योर दैट कि आपका ये जो सेशन होगा और आपका जो प्रेजेंटेशन होगा, दिस इज गोइंग टू एम्पावर स्टूडेंट्स, और टीचर्स, द पेरेंट्स एंड all of us, to be able to navigate this digital world more responsibly. And through this webinar, we aim to create society or education fraternity which is more cybercrime, resilient society, and we would be learning from each other. So over to you, Nishanji, and all the very best.
Thank you, Director Training CBSE and the whole CBSE team. I'd like to thank you for organizing this much awaited, and I think we have been looking for this session for quite long, because this cyber, awareness, as we are calling it, and basically the cyber crimes that are happening across the country, you must have observed it. Basically, it's happening across the globe. But since in India, we have digitalized in a at a very fast rate. So, the volume and the speed of cyber crimes also have increased in that proportion. Now, what is the main, as I listened this, and I also see the letter issued by CBSE, that basically we'll be discussing about, cyber hygiene practices and what is happening across. But at the same time, I would like to say that we are taking this from MHA point of view, from what our Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Home Minister have given the instructions to us. And I'll also play just after this, the first slide only, I'll tell what my Prime Minister has. Our Prime Minister has made a call to the schools. So that also I would like to listen to all the schools, because all the schools are here. So basically for us, it is more of an opportunity that after understanding what is happening, because you must be knowing a little bit about what is happening across the country. Everybody is getting all those, fraudulent calls. You are getting those phishing links. You are seeing, many of you are aware, you are safe from that. But what exactly is the gravity of situation? That we are aware of that, because at I4C MHA, we are, receiving the complaints which are coming across the country. So we are receiving more than 6,000 complaints per day. I will give you some data and all those things. So you will get to understand what is the gravity of the situation. At the time when we are sitting here, maybe in our AC rooms, or maybe some student is sitting in front of his computer and trying to solve his mathematics assignment, or some teacher is preparing a notes and they are feeling at a comfort zone in their own houses. But you never know that people and crimes and organized criminal syndicates sitting 1,000 kilometers away from India, maybe from Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, PDR, they are targeting you at this particular moment as well. So just one small mistake, and then you can get into the trap. And that makes life how miserable, that I will show you in my the slides which I have to show to you. Share kijiye. So in that way, we have to, think of this, that how, what is my main agenda? Is that we don't want to exactly just talk about what is the severity of crime. We also want to take this as an opportunity to ask our schools that now it's time to act. And when we say that we have to act, then as a nation, one person or one, organization, one ministry cannot sit and act in that way. We need a countrywide network and a countrywide contribution to make this happen. So we, at this particular moment, through this session, I would like to request all the schools, education boards, and I'm very happy to see that CBSE has also circulated this information to all different education boards, Directorate of School Education, and other places also. So all those, along with NCRT and other boards, whatever best we can do from our side, that we have to do. Unless we play our role and play our part, it will be very difficult to counter the growing cyber crimes. And so I4C, as Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center under Ministry of Home Affairs, I would also explain a little bit about what I4C is and what we do. But exactly, we need support of all the schools, and that's why we have mentioned that cyber hygiene is a part of school education. So when you are imparting education in schools, then how we can make this cyber awareness a part of that, so that the whole country and the whole each and every strata of society, they are all joining hands to fight against the cyber crime. So I'd like to start my presentation. So first is like first session. Firstly, I just wanted to tell that why we are targeting schools. So means why we are asking schools to contribute in this. So first thing is like, if you say about schools, then there are maybe 3 or 4 main reasons why we say that schools. Because see, in school, the students are at an early age. So when you are learning things at an early stage of your life, then in that case it becomes a habit. So it's very easy for us to keep that habit continuing for long. So I'd like to first tell you that because of this reason, why our honorable PM had made one messaging to all the different parts of the society, along with the and especially he has mentioned the school. So just I'd like to play this 1 minute audio for you to listen this, please.
राष्ट्रीय साइबर हेल्पलाइन 193 जो है cybercrime.gov.in पर रिपोर्ट करें। परिवार और पुलिस को सूचित जब सुरक्षित तो बाद में सोचो और फिर एक्शन लो। ये 3 चरण आपके डिजिटल सुरक्षा का रक्षण करें से बचने के लिए बहुत जरूरी है। हर किसी की जान, हर नागरिक की जान, जो लोग भी इस तरह के साइबर से ज्यादा लोग इसके बारे में बताएं। आप जागरूकता के लिए हैशटैग सेव डिजिटल इंडिया का प्रयोग करना। स्कूलों और कॉलेजों को भी कहूँगा कि साइबर थ्रेट के खिलाफ समाज में सबके प्रयास से ही इस चुनौती का मुकाबला कर सकते।
So we just saw that PM has, he has asked all the schools to play a role in this awareness against cybercrime, because we all know that awareness is the first line of defense. So if we are aware, then there is much probability that we are able to save ourselves from this growing menace of cybercrime. So in this presentation, basically, I will little bit mention about what I foresee there, what we do, and then what exactly we aim from this session. What is the goal that we want to achieve from this session with the help of CBSE that we are doing. I also want to explain what is the situation of cybercrime in the country, because you all know it as an outsider, but now I would like to present you as an insider what are the type of data, what is the data, what are the threats that are coming in, and what magnitude it is coming. Then of course the cybercrimes are especially targeting the schools and students that we will mention. What best practices can schools adopt, that has to be brought out. And then there are certain expectations that Ministry of Home Affairs have from the schools and the education boards that I would definitely like to mention. That will be our action points and what we derive from this session. And of course, what support we, as an I4C, we want to provide to schools, that all we will mention from here. So firstly, as I said, that why we are targeting schools, why we are trying that schools should become a part of this fight against cybercrime. We all know that habits formed early last a lifetime. So if you are a student at a school and we teach the students at an early age about cyber hygiene practices, how to be alert from these type of cyber fraud and crime, it will be become a habit for them. So this will be very helpful. Second is that it is essential for schools. Like since as right now Director Training has mentioned that now the schools also have become much more digital. They are all running on digital platforms. So just like you are doing, school is teaching the students what discipline they have to maintain in their daily life, what civic behavior they should have. Similarly, when they are navigating the digital world, what type of precautions they have to take, that also has to be taught, because digital has become today as equivalent to what is the real life, because most of the time, even if when we are in a real life situation, even at that time our digital life is running parallel to us. You are driving a car, there are smart devices running there. You are walking, you are talking, your digital smartphone is in your pockets, and then every time you are connected to the digital world almost. Therefore your responsible behavior is much more important in digital world as well. Similarly, if we see in our Indian context, we have a high respect of, for the schools, for the teachers. So when school, teaches you and tells you what to do, what not to do, then of course it becomes a matter of great, people listen to it. My children are there in schools. So when a school says something, we pay attention to that. I'll tell you right now, you all must be hearing that those phone, caller tunes are coming on the phones. Whenever you dial a number, we are giving our messages to you like what has to be done, what not has to be done. But what I have observed, that many people are not paying that attention despite our best of our efforts. We are giving it to all the phone numbers and everywhere. But even when I ask the people what you listen there, what you have learned from those caller tune, I find that many people are there who are not even able to tell that what is the number which is repeatedly being told that call on 1930. They are not able to recall that. So whenever it comes on the from the school side, when a teacher tells, it will become much more acceptable to the people, and it will be accepted with more trust and respect. So we believe that schools can play a major role. Of course, young students, just like in a school, whenever they are younger child are there, you are teaching them what is bad touch, what is good touch. Similarly, when the student is on a digital world, the schools need to tell them what is which type of friend request is coming. They are getting some people are approaching them online, so which is good and which is bad for them. So which has to be accepted, which has to be neglected, which has to be reported. So all these things have to be told from the school side. So it is not only the duty of school from school side, it will also be a service to the nation if schools take it up and they communicate it further to the students. So these are the few reasons why just now you listened, our Honorable PM gave a call to the schools that you play a role. Similarly, we want that schools become a part of this fight against cybercrime through generating awareness and best practices of cyber hygiene among the students, teachers, their parents, and all the related society members. So basically, I've talked about the aims, what we want to do. Firstly, we want to spread awareness across the students, educators, families. We want to equip the schools to effectively address cybercrime incidents and support the affected students and affected cases that are coming to in the notice of schools. Third is like we have to minimize the impact of cyber frauds, which are mainly targeted towards the young students, the children, or the kids who are there in the schools. Because right now, what is happening? Each and every, even younger kids are having digital devices, digital gadgets. I think there was a time when we used to use the proverb that a child is born with a silver spoon. Now a child is born there with a very advanced high-tech Apple iPhone in his hands, and they are much more tech savvy than what we are and we used to be earlier days. So basically, that impact is there on the child's children, students that school have to take care of. Then you can say that what are the mainly cyber safety challenges from the cyber crime perspective that I wanted to bring into the your notice with this. Then what are the can be the innovative ways? What are the new ways through which we can communicate the cyber safety messages to the students, the families, and relatives? Some suggestions we have to give, but you are more aware what you can do. And then we have to foster digital responsibility, and we have to be cyber safe digital nagrik that we say, because we all are digital. We have to see how we can play cyber responsible citizens. And right just now that we are digital India, digital Bharat banaya hai humne. Similarly, we have to make a smart digital Bharat now, so that it is not prone to the cyber attacks and this thing. So this is the main objective of this particular session. Next. So now first I wanted to tell you about what is the situation presently, which type of cyber frauds are coming. I would like to make one thing clear to all of you, that cyber, when we talk about cyber security, and when I say cyber crime, we have to think of there's a little bit demarcation in that. When I say cyber, you talk about cyber safety. In that case, what happens that you are keeping your network, your smart devices and all those things safe from cyber attacks. So you think that your computer, your smartphone is not vulnerable to any malicious app or something like that. But when I say you have to be safe from cyber crime, then if you see the modus operandi of cyber criminals, what happens? Even if your phone is totally sanitized, your smartphone, your laptop has no malware, still you can very much become a victim of cyber frauds or cyber crime. Why? because the cyber criminals manipulate you as a person rather than manipulating your devices. What happens? They will force you, they will, manipulate in you such a way that you will yourself transfer the money to in their account. You will yourself accept those fraudulent links or fraudulent offers that are coming from them. Instead of a device being compromised, you are being compromised. So why they give you, they'll still fear into you. They will give you some greed. They will, exploit your carelessness. So in that case, if you see, then each and every person as a human being, we are vulnerable, and we have to ensure that we are, much more, less vulnerable to these type of attacks, these type of modus operandi. So what are the basic modus operandi I would like to tell you? These are the top, modus operandi that are happening right now according to our data. I'm giving you a data of 2024. What are the major, type of cyber crimes that were happening? If you see, the biggest amount of money that was lost was in the form of investment scam or task-based scam. The cyber criminals, tell you that you have to do some small task, they will give you money. And in that case, if you see, people have lost more than 3,216 crore rupees last year. More than 1 lakh of cases have been recorded in last year. Similarly, credit card frauds, there were more than 1,21,000 cybercrime cases reported. Digital arrest cases, you must be knowing that people are, fake police. I will explain all these modus operandi in detail after this. I'm just giving you a glimpse right now. So in that, fake police will arrest you in your home sitting and make you sit in front of your computer. 63,481 cases have been reported in that case. Similarly, investing money in stock and getting quick money, they are exploiting your greed. So those type of, through fraudulent apps and fraudulent website, they make you invest money. So that is one of the biggest source of losing money. That is more than 4,636 crore rupees people lost Indian. Complaints that have come next. Yes. So then I'll show you what is the then growth and other things. So you can see, if you see the volume of reported cyber crimes year on year, we have received more than 70% of growth. If you see the complaints, more than 17 lakh complaints we are reported in 2024. As I told you, every day we are receiving more than 6,000 complaints. So this is the total. I am giving you the annual data. Then if you see, then how much money was reported lost? 22,812 crore rupees we are lost in these type of scams last year. And then I told you 6,000 plus complaints are received daily basis. Per day, if you see, we are losing 60 crore rupees Indians are losing in these cyber crimes. So, and we are also running a national cybercrime helpline number, which is 1930, where people are calling to get any type of help through these type of cases. So on that cybercrime portal, we are receiving more than 66,000 calls on daily basis. You can see. So these all the calls are not for only for complaints. Rather, they are also for getting the status of their complaint and other things. But this telephone number is receiving more than 66,000 calls on daily basis. And if you see, whenever a financial fraud occurs, what happens? The money comes out of your bank account and it goes into another different bank accounts. Those bank accounts, if you go to investigate, you will find that mainly those bank accounts are not owned by any person. They may be, fake owners will be there, or a person will be there who is holding that account but is not aware at all of this account that is running in his name. Those accounts we are calling mule accounts. So per day, there was a report that almost 4,000 new these type of mule accounts were being registered in different banks across the country. So all these are points which tell us the gravity. Of course, our law enforcement agencies are working at all different aspects of this, but these are the different type of the data that I'm showing you. Now coming on the cybercrime, if you see, you can notice the word local mentioned here. Why? Because cyber crimes which are occurring and the crime which Indians are facing, that are generated within India and they are also generated outside India. So right now I'm showing you the data of local origin cyber crimes. And if you see those cluttered blue dots, they are basically the hotspots. So these are the places in India from where most of the cyber crimes are originating. So it is almost across different parts of the country it is happening. And therefore, the youth, not only our aim should not only, to tell the students, tell the youth and tell others to be safe from this type of cyber crime, but also we should tell the youth that not to, indulge in these type of crimes. Because mainly people think if you see the criminals, they are mainly not of old age, they are mainly of young age only. So from school time only, we have to tell them that why this is not good. People think that it is an easy way to, commit crime and earn money. But this can lead to other moral aspects and other things also. This can also lead to big trouble to them in their life. So the young students should also be told that not to be done, and they should be motivated that these are all wrong things and we should not be involved into this type of crime. So these are the locally this type of, you can see, customer care number fraud, refund based fraud, sextortion, then Android malware, online booking fraud. They are all different type of frauds which are mainly occurring from within India. This is the main. Now I'll show you some. This is the world map, and you can see the highlighted center. If you see, focus on the Southeast Asian part. We have Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia. They are the mainly regions from where mainly cyber crimes are being committed, and which is affecting India, other parts of USA, Europe. But Indians are also facing a major chunk of cyber crime which are originating from these countries. And from these countries, the crime which are occurring, they are being done mostly by Indians. So Indians are being taken to these foreign nations, and from there you can come next. And from there they are committing the these type of crimes. And if you see the major crime from in which the large amount of money is lost, like investment frauds, the digital arrest type of frauds, romance scams, illegal gaming, all those are being committed. Mainly they are committed from those international crime syndicates. This is a real picture taken from a Google map. This is picture of a scam compound from one of the Southeast Asian country. From where these scam compounds are there, from there their buildings are built, and there that hundreds of people are sitting, and they are just like a call center. They are committing the cyber crime. You can see the call center picture. So this was arrested, busted in Noida, but in which the Cambodia linked cyber frauds were being committed. So this is happening. Now, if you see the exploitation of children in the cyberspace, then what type of crimes are mainly occurring with children, students, young kids? So if you see the whole threat vector, you can see these type of crimes are happening as cyber stalking. So all those marked in dark red, they are mainly which are affecting the children or students, like cyber stalking, cyber bullying, online grooming, online gaming, sextortion, sexual explicit material. We call it CSAM, child sexual abusive material, which are circulated on dark web and other this type of platforms. So these are all cyber crimes which are related to young students and the younger generation, who are mainly school students. And the main, you can see these social media platforms, the messaging app, the online gaming. These within the circle, what you see, they are the major sources from which these type of crimes are being occurred. So social media platforms are one of the biggest source of these type of crimes. Again, the devices like webcam, and then your video chat platforms, emails for giving phishing links and all, so they all become the source for this type of crimes. So as you all know, cyber stalking and bullying, we all are mostly aware that on online platform, if you are harassing somebody, you are chasing somebody. So these type of things happen because young students are not very much aware of what can happen, and so they are sharing most of their information. They are accepting friend requests from unknown people on social media. So they become more of this type of, and mainly what happens, they are not aware that they can be caught. They are sitting in a room and in a closed room and they are clicking. They are also committing this type of crime. They feel that nobody is watching them because they are not aware of the full consequences or the full, how this type of crimes are investigated. So they feel safe while committing this crime. So they need to be told, because whenever you are sitting on internet, it doesn't mean that you are alone, because there are multiple ways to investigate that, and then get. Network issue. So if you see, there is a UNICEF report. I think there is some distortion in the slide, but UNICEF report says that one of 33% people in 30 countries say that they have been victim of online bullying, and out of this, 20% people also said that they have skipped the schools due to cyberbullying and violence. WHO report is there, which says that 1 out of every 6 children is a victim of cyberbullying. And the McAfee report, if you say it was released in 2022, it told that a shocking 85% of Indian children are victim of cyberbullying, maybe of different orders, from the lower side or upper side, but they are all, affected by these type of crimes. In schools also, we have to be aware to observe the behavior of students, and we should keep on telling the students that how they have to be safe from this type of, because you cannot resist the students from using the social media or the internet, but you can always tell them what type of threats are looming ahead for them. So in our cyber dose, we keep on putting this type of run ground. Like we in the month of November, we put this type of
साइबर बुलिंग एक समस्या है पुरानी। बच्चे और युवा हैं इसके शिकार, इससे फैलते हैं साइबर वर्ल्ड में गलत विचार। मैसेजेस, कमेंट्स या इमेजेस का तुम भी मत करो मिसयूज। बुलिंग के ट्रेंड को करो हमेशा रिफ्यूज। अगर हो कोई परेशानी तो 1930 पर करो रिपोर्ट और बन जाओ साइबर दोस्त पाठशाला के हीरो।
Similarly, cyber grooming, when somebody is there who is on an online platform, if somebody is trying to create an emotional bond with a younger student or younger age boy or girl with a malicious intent, in that case we call it cyber grooming. So many times the children are not able to understand that this is a cyber grooming is happening with them, and they are taking the person as a friend, or maybe they're accepting. So in that case, we have to be aware. This is cyber grooming, what we call.
अनजान प्रोफाइल से आई फ्रेंड रिक्वेस्ट। 15 साल की शीला ने बिना सोचे समझे कर ली एक्सेप्ट।
So these are all the posts we are making on our social media cyber dose. And every week we are putting this type of posts. So like what is happening, get a friend request, and students, younger age, children or kids, they immediately accept that. So, we are telling that thing before you connect. Not every request is a friend request. So you should share it with somebody you trust. And what is happening, if you feel uncomfortable, where you have to go and complain. Child helpline number is 1098. And the helpline number is 1930. Similarly, online gaming is coming up in a big way. This is a recent trend where, the students are, involved in this type of online gaming, and they are not only losing money, they are also becoming the victim of cyber bullying, cyber harassing, even blackmailing on these type of platforms. Because many of these type of platforms are not genuine platforms, and they unknowingly, they are, this is just the social media and the internet in the hand of younger students. It is just like you are giving a very dangerous weapon to somebody who is not aware of what harm it can do. So either they will end up harming themselves or the people around them. Similarly, it is happening. We have got cases where children are blackmailed, and then they are compelled to go and take out the credit card of their parents and then transfer money. So we think that the children-related crimes will not occur in convert into financial loss, but it is also leading to financial losses to the parents because the children sometimes are forced to do this type of thing by blackmailing in these type of you can say platforms.
जीत गया क्या 500 सबको हरा दिया मैंने
नई स्किन अपग्रेड है सिर्फ 2500 फिर तुम अपने सारे दोस्तों को हरा सकते हो हमेशा बस यहाँ क्लिक करो ऑफर खत्म होने से पहले
दिखा जरा ये तो पक्का फ्रॉड है
अरे नहीं 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 भैया आप चिंता मत करो ये गेम इसके सब दोस्त खेलते हैं 143K डाउनलोड है
ये कहाँ फेमस है इसका तो पहले कभी नाम भी नहीं सुना और पॉपुलर तो आजकल कोई भी पैसे देके हो जाता है
भैया दिलाज हो ना एक लेवल और ऊपर हो जाऊंगा
ऐसी गेम से दूर रहना है ये एक नशा है आज 2500 का है कल 25,000 का लगेगा ऐसे ही तो फ्रॉड के लूप में फंसाते हैं लेकिन असली गेम कुछ और ही है पैसे भी ले लेंगे और हो सकता है तुम्हारे फोन का एक्सेस भी और फिर तुम्हें ब्लैकमेल करेंगे
स्कैमर्स के घिसे पिटे तरीकों में फंसकर मत करो कोई ट्रांजैक्शन इंडिया स्टॉप थिंक देन टेक एक्शन आज बात करते हैं गेमिंग दुनिया की जहां ऑनलाइन गेमिंग स्कैम से अवेयर रहना है जरूरी ऑनलाइन दुनिया के खिलाड़ी बनो लेकिन गलत लोगों से हमेशा चौकन्ने रहो सोशल मीडिया पे गेमिंग एड से बनाएंगे आपको टारगेट पैसा लगाया तो आप रह जाओगे विद ओनली शॉक एंड रिग्रेट चीटिंग और फ्रॉड का है यहाँ खौफ सुरक्षित रहो एंड रिपोर्ट एट 1930 इस टाइप के साइबर फ्रॉड्स
Now, these years, I talked about some of the frauds that are related to children. So there are many other ways to do, but I'm running through others because through children, the parents and other type of fraud, the youngsters mainly they fall victim to this type of online job fraud where you know that they tell you that you will do some online talk, very easy task you will be given like rate on Google or you do some short type of work and then you will be given some money. In that way they are doing and then they are taking lakhs of money from the people. So this is another scam which we call that part-time job scam or online job fraud. So this is another type of thing which youngsters are mainly coming and even any age group. But youngsters are mainly coming because they feel that it is a easy way to earn money. So you can see they are exploiting and they the greed under us. We are always in a way of easy money. And then initially they will also give you 100, 150, 200 rupees so that people come under the trap. And at the end, you see that this is the news, real news, where a person has lost 51 lakh rupees, and there are many more lakh rupees, cases where people are losing lakh of rupees there. As I told you, that many, crimes are committed from outside India. So what happens there? I told you that even Indians are going outside and they are committing crimes against Indians. So what happens that is that we have given a name which is called cyber slavery. So you can see this, creative got a job in Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, PDR. So these are all the Southeastern Asian countries, and people are taken there, and then their passport is taken away from them. They are snatched, and then they are forced to commit cyber crimes. They are given proper training. There are scam compounds, and then the youngsters are forced to do cyber crime. So Indians sitting in Cambodia, they are committing cyber crimes against Indians who are here within India. So, and if you see the major, type of crime where the lots of money is being lost, like investment scam, digital arrest, they are mainly, committed from those sides. And mainly, many youngsters, they are lured for good, easy money and good salary in a way of going abroad. And they are then, when they go there, many of them, we have found that they are unwillingly, they have to do because they are kept in a very inhuman condition. They are forced, they are given certain, targets that you have to cheat or fraud this much money per day. If you don't do, you will not be given money, food to eat, and they are even physically, mentally tortured. So,
सचिव जी आते ही होंगे। नहीं एक मिनट तो उन्हीं का फोटो चलना। हेलो
नमस्कार विकास जी हम आपके लिए विदेश में डेटा एंट्री की जॉब का ऑफर लेकर आए हैं क्या आप करना चाहेंगे
विदेश में नौकरी हम फकौली भी सप्ताह में एक आधे बार जाते हैं विदेश कहाँ जाएंगे रहने दीजिए हम यही ठीक है अपना
सर वहाँ आपको रहना खाना पीना आने जाने की सुविधा के अलावा 2 लाख रुपए महीना सैलरी दी जाएगी
2 लाख का सैलरी
जी और साल में 2 छुट्टी भी अपने बीवी बच्चों के भविष्य का सोचिए सर
करेंगे नौकरी बताइए इसके लिए क्या करना होगा
पहले तो आपको लालच छोड़ना होगा भाई साहब सुनिए हमारे पास भी आपके लिए एक नौकरी है हाँ, तिहाड़ जेल में कैदी की नौकरी, वहाँ आपका खाना पीना रहना सब फ्री में होगा। बस एक छोटा सा प्रॉब्लम है कि छुट्टी आपको केवल 5 साल के बाद मिलेगी। हाँ, और उस काट दिए।
क्या किए सर, विदेश में नौकरी करने का अच्छा मौका मिल रहा था।
ये जो कॉल था ये फ्रॉड कॉल था। ऐसे लोग जो है ना, आप जैसे हजारों लोगों को फर्जी नौकरी का लालच दे करके, फर्जी पैसों का लालच दे करके विदेश ले जाते हैं और बंधुआ मजदूर बना देते हैं।
सच में सर?
और क्या?
ना सर, हमको नहीं जाना है सर, हम फुलेरे में ठीक है।
इसलिए आप भी सतर्क रहें। साइबर अपराधी आपको नौकरी के नाम पर विदेश में गुलाम बनाकर जबरन साइबर अपराध करवा सकते हैं। ऐसी साइबर गुलामी से बचने के लिए नौकरी के दस्तावेजों को बिल्कुल जांचे पराचे और विदेश मंत्रालय के अधिकृत एजेंट के माध्यम से ही आप विदेश जाएं। आपकी लापरवाही और लालच को बनाकर हथियार साइबर अपराधी करते हैं आप पर वार। शिकार होने पर तुरंत आप इस नंबर पर कॉल कीजिए 1930।
So right now what we have, we in MHA with help of Ministry of External Affairs, we have brought back more than 3,000 people, Indian people who were trapped there in the Southeast Asian countries like Myanmar and Cambodia. So they have came back and then they have told all these stories and things. So based on which now we have come up that these type of crimes are happening. Similarly, a biggest source of losing money, because there are many other type of crime, but the amount of money lost is biggest in this stock investment scam. Nowadays, even cryptocurrency has come. So many people are lured, to invest bigger amount of money to get even bigger amount of return. In that case, what happens, and this is mainly done through the social media, ads and some, WhatsApp groups, in which what happens, they will add you in a group to tell that we will give you some tips. And when you come into that group, then you will be, brainwashed, and then you will be, lured to invest some money. People taking precaution invest little amount of money and they are giving a return. So they think that this is a genuine platform, and then what happens, they invest in a bigger amount of money, which is then blocked. So this is called stock investment or even crypto investment scams. We have to be very aware of this. We do not have to install any app from outside.
हेलो,
नमस्कार विधायक जी, मैं पैसा बढ़ाओ इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक से बात कर रहा हूँ। हम आपके अकाउंट में रखे पैसों को 10 गुना बढ़ा सकते हैं।
बेवकूफ समझ कर रखा है, हैं? ऐसे कैसे पैसा बढ़ा दोगे तुम?
सर, बहुत लोगों का पैसा बढ़ाया है और आपको व्हाट्सएप पे प्रूफ भी भेजा है, देखिए।
2 गुना, 4 गुना, 8 गुना, तुम तो कमाल के आदमी हो यार। तने हमारा भी पैसा बढ़ा दो।
जी बिल्कुल सर, आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट ग्रुप में जोड़ दिया है, बस उसमें जैसा बोला जाए आप वैसा करते जाइए, आपके भी पैसे बढ़ जाएंगे।
अच्छा, वो तो, अरे आपको भी रोड बनवाना है क्या? चिंता मत करो, आपको भी तिहाड़ जेल के ग्रुप में जोड़ चुके हैं और वहाँ जो कुछ भी बोला जाए करते रहिएगा। आपकी सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी हम नहीं ले रहे हैं।
देखिए सर, ये एक जेन्युइन कॉल है और आप हमारी वेबसाइट भी चेक कर सकते हैं www.paisabadhaoinvestmentbank.in।
ए महोदय, वेबसाइट छोड़ो, जिस नंबर से तुम कॉल कर रहे हो ना, पुलिस 2 मिनट में उसको देख करके ट्रेस करके पकड़ लेगी तुमको और अंदर। फिर आप वहाँ बैठ करके 3 गुना, 4 गुना, 8 गुना करते रहिएगा। अरे ये क्या कर दिया महाराज? अरे वो फ्रॉड आदमी नहीं है, हमको फोटो भेजा प्रूफ के लिए मोबाइल पर। ये विधायक, प्रूफ नहीं है, ये आपको फंसाने का नया तरीका निकल रहा है आजकल। आप जैसे पढ़े लिखे लोगों को ये लोग, हजारों लोगों को ये बिल्कुल फर्जी इन्वेस्टमेंट ग्रुप का सदस्य बना करके आपको फंसा रहा है। हमको चूना लगा रहा है। बिल्कुल। कमरो, तेरे नंबर का इंक्वायरी करो। आप भी कभी भी किसी अनजान सोशल मीडिया इन्वेस्टमेंट ग्रुप में बिल्कुल ना जुड़ें। और यदि स्टॉक मार्केट में इन्वेस्टमेंट करना हो तो हमेशा सेबी अप्रूव्ड ऐप से ही करें। आपके लालच को बनाकर हथियार साइबर अपराधी करते हैं आप पर वार।
Matrimonial dating sites are also another, method where people are losing much more amount of money, because on dating sites also unknown people are becoming friends. They are giving you offers, and then there are multiple ways they will take your personal data. They will ask you to transfer money, and many times happens that they are abroad and they come India and they see that I'm my customer somewhere, I've been stuck off, and you give me some money. In that case, in those ways, so the basic, the baseline is that we have to be, very much alert and aware of this type of unknown people with whom we are making friendship or relation in on the dating sites or matrimonial side. Next. Now this is one digital arrest which our honorable PM also mentioned. This digital arrest is very I can say that it is not only people are losing money, it is also giving a lots of mental trauma to the people. and this is causing fear and other things there. So you can see this is very recent news that on March 20 only this month, last month, and a lady woman in Mumbai, she lost 20 crore rupees to digital arrest. So you can say that how much money people are losing. Why? Only because these cyber fraudsters are instilling fear into them, and because of fear, and despite the fact that we are continuously running these type of awareness and alert messages, even on the caller tune of telephone, we are telling that beware of fake police, CBI. Still, people are getting into the trap. This is surprising also and alerting also. So we have to be very much aware. So in this case, what happens? Somebody will call you, maybe from a customer care number, and they will tell that I'm calling from, a bank, that your SIM from a telecom company, that your SIM is being, they only call that I'm calling from Stripe, and your, SIM is being used for some fraudulent activity. Or some bank person will call you that your credit card is being misused. Sometimes they will say that I am from a, CBI or Drug Enforcement Agency, and your parcel containing drugs have been, seized. So they are instilling fear, and then they are putting you under digital arrest. Digital arrest means what happens? This is the term we have given. This means that the person is totally cut off from the outside world, and he is told to remain in front of the video call or smartphone device, and not to do any other activity. And during that, he is interrogated online through these video calls and other things, and then they are forced to transfer money. Sometimes they say that we will give you a genuine account. It is an RBI account. You transfer the money. After verifying the amount, it will be returned back. Like that, they are telling, and getting the money transferred.
ये पार्सल मेरा नहीं है सर।
पुलिस वाले को झूठ बोलता है। You are under arrest. अब तुझे पुलिस स्टेशन भी आना पड़ेगा और उसके बाद जेल। मैं एक स्कैमर हूं। आज मैं पुलिस वाला बना और ये है मेरा शिकार। मैंने फोन करके कड़क आवाज में सिर्फ इतना कहा कि मैं ड्रग एनफोर्समेंट से हूँ। आपके बेटे के पार्सल में ड्रग्स मिली। आपका बेटा ड्रग डीलर है। बस ये डर गए। इनको मैंने कर लिया डिजिटल अरेस्ट। अब इनसे मोटा पैसा लूंगा।
सर ऐसा मत करिए प्लीज सर।
या तो जेल जाओ या पैसे दो। अच्छा है ना आइडिया और सेटअप?
आइडिया बुरा भी है और पुराना भी। अब इंडिया जानता है कि स्कैम कॉल्स में कभी ड्रग्स, कभी किडनैपिंग और कभी सेक्स रैकेट की झूठी कहानियां बनाकर पैसे लूटते हो।
स्कैमर्स के घिसे पिटे तरीकों को मत दो अटेंशन। इंडिया स्टॉप।
There is another way, and this is the real picture. These scammers, just like you saw in the video also, they are creating a fake studio type of, scene where which Mumbai police, Delhi police, it will be written. They will wear, on the upper side, they will wear a uniform, and below they may be sitting in a pajama. This is the real fraudster who was arrested. I am showing you the picture. So he was found wearing a uniform and upper side, upper body, and a pajama. He was sitting in a lower body, like that. They are, putting some certificates. They are giving you fake, court notice and all those things they are giving you. And sometimes they are also making you calls in the name of, like, your son has been arrested or your relative has been arrested, and if you want to get them released, then give us money. So this type of, this is also another way of fake police officers. So these also we call impersonation scam. You will get a WhatsApp call on which you will find a DP, which the DP may be of a real police person. And then they will make you a call. They take it from internet or somewhere in the public platform, from the public domain. And then they will call you that I'm Inspector Vijay calling from Sadar Thana or somewhere else. And then they will start, telling you that your son has been arrested, your brother has been arrested. Like that, they are trying to extort money from you. So these are impersonation schemes where the cyber fraudsters may pose as any of, bank official, TRI official, any enforcement, agency. So you have to be very much aware. Any type of these type of calls. Now this is very alarming. Use of technology, use of deep fakes in frauds. Deep fake you all must be aware of. You must have heard that deep fake is an AI technology which helps in creating. Earlier there was time when the photos were morphed, but nowadays deep fake is morphing the complete video. So you will, like right now you are seeing in the image the side thumbnail. If you are recognizing her, she is none other than Sudha Mukti, and whatever she is telling is totally wrong, but false. Which it is not Sudha Murthy is telling. It is some deep fake video. Which
Quantum AI has become.
Sudha Murthy is posing, and she is shown to be speaking. So you can play.
Quantum AI has become a true lifeline for many, paving the way to financial freedom. People are outraged upon learning about the huge amounts of money being earned through this project, leading to criticism of the current government. Could this platform have been hidden from?
So you can see here Sudha Murthy is found saying that if you put 21,000 rupees in 28 days, it will become 1,70,000 or 17 lakh rupees. So now when people see that Sudha Murthy is telling this, you will find videos of Mukesh Ambani, Sadhguru, and many other famous personalities, Sachin Tendulkar and others, sitting and talking about this type of things. So it's very difficult for a common man to understand who actually is speaking, whether this is real or this is fake. And nowadays, there are many tools available freely on internet, which makes it very easy to, in seconds, you can convert this type of deepfake videos. So if you go on Facebook and other social media platform, you will find a flood of these type of deepfake videos, which are, prompting, means they are, pushing you to invest money in certain type of, apps, certain type of, websites, so that you can get a good return. And you believe that it is being told by some reputed person. So these are, and similarly, deepfakes are also used in making calls to you. Like you will receive a call, a video call or audio call, where some known relative, some friend is speaking, but that is not exactly your friend. There is a deepfake video or deepfake audio which is coming, speaking in the voice of your relative or your friend, and people, get totally terrified, or they get, forced to transfer money or this type of thing. So use of deepfake in fraud is really alarming, and we have to be very much, alert in these type of things, that whenever you are getting any social media ad or any call from unknown numbers, you have to doubly check, you have to cross check. You can call back on that relative number and try to find out whether he has called or not. So these type of is another alarming, way of committing cyber crimes.
Quantum AI has been.
Now, cybercrime is not only about, losing your money, or even for a student or young generation, it can of course give you a lifelong, mental trauma. But cybercrime is, giving you so much of mental trauma, depression, that people are many cases, and most of the many cases we have seen that people are forced to, losing even their lives. They are committing suicides. If you see, there was an Agra teacher in school who just now I told you that a fake police will call and tell that your son has been arrested or your daughter has been arrested. So that Agra teacher, she was in the school and she was told that her daughter has been arrested in some certain sex racket or something, and she got a heart attack and she couldn't survive. Similarly, you can see a scientist was duped of 71 lakh on digital arrest. And then similarly, you can see student died by suicide after falling victim to cyber fraud. Similarly, there was a extortion case where some blackmailing was done through a team, and then the team killed, himself. Then after extortion demanding a man commit suicide. So there are multiple. A very recent case was this one, where an elderly Karnataka couple. This is within last 15 days. This news is there. They were, fake police. They threatened him to digital arrest, and they, took 50 lakh rupees from them. And after that, they lost their only, what was their source of their livelihood, and they had, this was his lifelong earning. He was a person retired from a government job in Maharashtra, so he found no other option than to commit a suicide. So cyber crimes, you can see we are receiving complaints daily 6,000, and if you go through the complaints, you will find what type of, it's not only about losing money, it's about losing much more than that. And you can feel the pain, and I think as an Indian, we all should feel this pain and try to see what we all can do to stop this menace, to put a check on this menace. And this is why we are doing this session along with all of you. So what is the baseline? Many people come and say that, sir, every next day we are getting a new type of fraud. How we will understand what is real, what is fake? So see, we have to think of certain, just to sum up what all I told you, showed you different type of modus operandi, other things. I would suggest you that we should, firstly, we have, as I told you, you are having a very good antivirus in your laptop, you are having a very good, anti-malware software in your mobile. Your laptop is not compromised, your mobile is not compromised, but you as a human being are being compromised. So always be aware that we have to think of three things. What in Hindi we have given a slogan, lalach, dar or laparwahi. So we always say that छोड़कर लालच लापरवाही और डर सोच समझकर क्लिक कर. So either you are clicking on a laptop or you are tapping on your mobile, you have to think whether any social media offer or any phone call is instilling sense of fearing you, giving you greed, or they are making you, after showing some urgency or something, they are making you do something in haste. So you are making careless. So you have to think these three things: lalach, laparwahi, or dar. We have to always be aware. Any offer which seems too good to be true, any offer, any call which is generating a sense of urgency, like 2 घंटे में आपका सिम बंद हो जाएगा, शाम तक आपका बिजली आपकी कट जाएगी. Any these type of phone calls you are getting, don't panic. You say, okay, I'll verify and I will take the action. So that's why our Honorable PM has given the mantra of stop, think and take action. Means first we have to stop and then we have to think and then only we have to take action. अगर 2 घंटे में phone बंद हो जाएगा तो no issue. I will call back in my customer care and I will ask my genuine number on the customer care that why my SIM will be closed or discontinued. Similarly, if I get a call from my electricity department, I will directly dial on the number of electricity department customer care number. And always remember, customer care numbers should always be taken from official websites and not from Google, because there have been many cases people in they're in so much haste, they are putting what is the Ola customer care number, what is PNB customer care number, and they are getting in a bold Google search result, and that customer care number is leading to a fraudster. So always be aware of these things. So any offer which is giving you greed, threat, or urgency. Similarly, we have to be, do not be careless while using this type of phone calls and others. So whenever you receive any unknown video call or unknown call, be very much alert. Unknown video call should not be taken up directly. You can always make an audio call and verify who that person is, or always put your thumb on the front camera and then only attend video call, because many sextortion cases, most of the sextortion cases are done through these video calls coming from unknown numbers. Even if you are there on the call on the video call for a few seconds, they will take a screenshot and then they will use it to blackmail you. Similarly, unknown numbers are making you call that I am a police officer, I am somebody, law enforcement agency. You do not trust that. You can. That's why I've written zero trust policy should be adopted for any unknown call, any unknown number, any these type of offers coming on online. You have to adopt zero trust policy. Means zero trust means first you believe that is fake, then you verify whether it is true or not. And the last, I've especially mentioned that any call or text message, even if it comes from your known person, like your friend is calling, your brother is calling, your mom is calling, your daughter is calling, but it is coming from an unknown number. Like your mother can call you, some old age lady, she can call you that, see, I've come to a hospital and my phone has lost and I'm calling from some, passerby's phone. Just transfer me 10,000 rupees because I'm in a very much trouble. So don't panic. Cut that phone and call on the real number of your mom and ask where she is, whether she had made that call or not. So even if because nowadays I told you with deep fake and it's very easy to mimic the voice of somebody. So you cannot know that unknown number, say to call aa raha hai and claiming that he's your relative, is really the same person or not. So this slide you have to remember, where I mentioned the basic baselines, lalach, laparwahi, dar se bachna hai. And then you have to be aware of unknown fake calls and unknown, video calls. This you have to remember. Just in short, I will tell. So because of all these situations, now what happened? The government of India thought of that we have to, because they initiated it long back in 3, 4, 5 years in 2018, 19 only. 14, the basic file was put up that we should have a dedicated center for countering these type of cyber crimes. Because earlier we had certain agencies which we are working for cyber security in the country, but cyber crime which is affecting each and every one of us, that was not there. So because Ministry of Home Affairs is looking at the internal security of the country, so these type of cyber crimes had to be dealt with in the same manner. So this cyber crime coordination center was established under Ministry of Home Affairs. And what is the feature of cyber crime is that it is not limited to a geographical area. So that one person sitting in Kerala may commit a crime in state of Jammu or Kashmir or Bihar, And similarly, you can see we have just seen that people sitting in Cambodia are making crimes in India. So in India, as per our constitution, the law enforcement is a state subject. So police works under the control of state government, but these crimes are interstate. So there should be a coordination center which can make a coordination among different state police. Similarly, Department of Telecom, the banks, and right now I'm talking to the education institutes. So there need to be a overall coordination among different stakeholders. For this center was very much needed, and therefore MHA established this Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, and it has a sole vision and mission to create a safe cyberspace for citizens in India. And it works for to create an effective framework and ecosystem for prevention, detection, investigation, and prosecution of cybercrime in the country. So this is the main aim of this I4C. Next. So now I'll come on the basic actionable part. Like we have seen now what is the situation. I told you that people are losing. We have lost more than 22,000 crore rupees in 2024. We have more than 17 lakh complaints. Now what to do? First thing is that you have to be aware. Don't fall in the trap of these cyber criminals. This is the best way, because if your mind is not going in that direction, then nobody can harm you. So these cyber criminals are trying to manipulate your mind. For that, we are running Cyber Dost. You can see that icon here. That is the social media handle of I4C. And we are daily putting, based on the type of complaints we receive, we are generating new threat alerts. And in a very engaging way, we are putting it on Cyber Dost. So all of you, I request each and every one of you who are attending this session, those who are not attending, but you can convey to them, ask them to today itself follow Cyber Dost. It is on all the platforms you can find. I will show you later on. So this is for awareness. Then what happens, unfortunately, if you fall victim, what to do? So normally people run to the Thana, local police station, or some nowadays cyber Thanas are also there. But best way is that immediately you call on 1930. This is the National Cybercrime Helpline number. Because in case of financial crime, when you lose your money, then it is very important that you report as early as possible. Because till the money is moving in the financial system of the country, it is easier to block it and stop it from going in the hands of fraudsters. If it is withdrawn, say through a ATM, or it is going abroad through crypto or any other way, then it is difficult to get it back. So immediately call on 1930, or you can lodge a complaint on www.cybercrime.gov.in, which is our national cybercrime helpline number. And once any state you are there, you have to lodge complaint on that. And then there is cyber police portal, where what happens, the police, the LEAs who are sitting in different states, they log in, and whatever complaint you are putting on the cybercrime portal, www.cybercrime.gov.in, that the respective state police can get access to that, and they can start taking action on that. We have also developed some, tools which can help in solving these, cases very promptly and efficiently. Like there is Samanvay portal, which is helping, there are different stakeholders. So how different state police and all, how they can, coordinate. Like one person is committing a crime in, say, Kerala, another time he's committing a crime in Bihar. So if all the state police are there on one portal, it will be easier to track that this one person is there who is committing crime in different locations. So it's creating a network of investigating agencies. Similarly, Pratibimb map, where you can locate the criminal locations and crime infrastructure through telephone numbers. This is another Sahyog portal. Like any unlawful content, if we are, you can see on social media, immediately it is being reported on this portal, and the social media, like Meta, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, other, they are already on the portal. They have to, as a mandatory guideline, within 36 hours, they have to remove that content from the platform. And if it is related to CSAM, is child sexually abusive material, then they have to remove it within 24 hours. So that is a mandate. All these things we are ensuring. And then we are also, training the law enforcement agencies to, enhance their investigation capabilities through forensics and other ways. We are all doing all those things that I4C does. We are also, this is the portal I told you, cybercrime.gov.in, where you have to lodge the complaint. The first slide you can see. Second is the cyber police portal, where the can go and see. Next. These are the calls that I told you. You are calling on 1930. It goes to call centers and different states. Means you have to call on only one number, 1930, but it is mapped So if you are calling from, say, state of Karnataka, the call will go and land on the Karnataka call center of 1930. So immediately they will give you the action tag. So one more thing, one more question comes from many users, like you get a call which is fake call or fraud call, and you understand that is a fake call. So what you do, you immediately cut that call and you block that number. Mostly we are doing this. But one step ahead of that, we will request you, suggest you, and you should propagate this as much as possible, that you do 1 minute time. It will take hardly 1 minute. You go on this cybercrime.gov.in. We have one tab which is called suspect data, under which you have an option to report suspect. So just click there, and when you click there, you can see there are on the the bottom side of the slide, either it is a website URL or it is a WhatsApp number, Telegram handle, phone number, email ID, anything. You click and just you paste that source from which you are getting, and you submit it. So what will happen? It will come to our notice. So we will observe all the complaints coming, and then we will take action for that. So in this way, what happens? You have blocked a fraudulent number, but you don't know the same number can be used to defraud other of your family members, your countrymen. So if you report this, it will be help to the nation, for the law enforcement agencies, that will be able to close that numbers permanently. So this is a report suspect that you can do next. Similarly, in the same tab, there is also an option that you can directly go and suppose you are finding something objectionable on Facebook. So you want to complain on Facebook. So through this portal only, you can go and you can say report abuse to social media. And then all the social media helpline links are given there. You can click and you can submit your complaint. So this is all you should know. We have also made a real-time call center, operation center, I should say, which is called Cyber Fraud Mitigation Center. It is basically, you can say, the command and control center, where we are making all the banks, police personnel, everybody sitting here. And as soon as you make a call on 1930 or lodge a complaint on the portal, it comes on our dashboard. And we immediately try to block that money as early as possible while it is in the flow of the banking system. So we have, put all the bank personnel back job, all the bank personnel, all the police personnel, they are all sitting on one place and they are taking action for this. Next. And this is what we are doing right now. We try to create an ecosystem across the country where we can create an environment which is resilient to cybercrime, which is, where people are aware and we can take actions before becoming a victim. And for this, we are continuously, contacting and collaborating with different stakeholders like telecom, social media, education, shell companies, banking sector, cyber security agencies, and then training agencies. So right now we are talking with the education sector, and through education sector we can create a big good environment in the country which is very much resilient to this type of cyber crimes. So when we talk about next, preventing cyber crimes, when we are talking about, so basically we all always discuss whenever you are having a cyber security session, you must have gone through these things, that what all things you have to take care of in the school when you are there, your school, because you are also having the data, personal data of many of the students there, and many other data which is related to the school. So you do not want that to be hacked or going into the unauthorized hands. So for that, protecting sensitive information, then you are safeguarding many times what happens, your data is not secured, but your network is coming down, and therefore your operation is coming to a halt. So those type of attacks should not be there. And then preventing financial losses, and then legal consequences can come. So to stop all these things, you need to have best cyber hygiene practices in place. For this, there are certain basic things you have to follow, like these are very common. You must have a strong password management, regular software updates, then safe browsing and email practices, network security, data backup and recovery. Because data backup is very much important, because nowadays there are increasing cases of ransomware attack. You must have heard about ransomware, where your data will be there in your server, but it will be encrypted by some third party, some attacker, and you will not be able to access your data. And then they ask you ransom to make that data again accessible to you. So for this, it is very important that you regularly back up your data, even if some of your data is made encrypted or taken made unusable by some attacker. You have another backup in your place so that your business operations or the duty is not affected, and then you can safeguard your data. These are two government initiatives. Like one is Cyber Swachhta Kendra by MIT. where you will get some tools you can put in your laptop and system, which will scan your devices to keep you free from malware. And then there's mKavach, which is you can download on your mobile. It will try to find out if there is any malicious app or some content on your mobile. It will get you safe. Mostly, the phone is the biggest, biggest, you can say, source, which is having all your secrets, which is having all your data, all your images, everything, your privacy, everything is there. So be very much attentive by using your phone and maintaining your phone. The biggest source of, we received very recently, I think last week only, a very senior professor from an university. She called me that I have not done anything, but my my Amazon gift cards are purchased from my account, and then my saving account may some request has gone, something like this is happening. I'm not aware why it is happening, how it is happening. Then when I talked to her more, I came to know that somebody called to her claiming that he's from electricity department BACS here in Delhi. So he said, I am from BACS, and after convincing her, he made her download a BACS mobile app on her mobile phone. And that BACS app that was downloaded was totally fraudulent app, and it started stealing all the data, all the OTPs from her phone, and she was not aware, and she was telling that I have not done anything, why it is happening. So we have to be very much alert that any mobile application which you are downloading, be sure that it is being downloaded only from either the official website of that particular entity or at least from the Play Stores, because Play Stores have certain checklist. After only that they are putting it on their portal, and we are also continuously scanning the Play Stores, and if we find any fraudulent app on Play Store, we are immediately getting it removed. So if you are downloading mobile applications through these sources, there are chances of you to be secure. But if you are downloading mobile app from somebody giving you on phone, on WhatsApp, or some SMS link or some email link, then rest assured you are 99.99% you are going to be defrauded. Similarly, while granting permissions, you have to see when you download an app, even if it is genuine, what type of permission you are giving. While accessing your email, be aware of fake links, other things. WhatsApp and social media, I told you, the biggest source of cybercrime in the country. So do not believe on any social media ad or something like that. Whenever you find any lucrative or something, very nice offer, be assured that you have to verify it. And then if your mobile is, stolen, then what you have to do, you have to keep encryption enabled in your device. Find My Device should be enabled, and try to keep as much less, sensitive things in your phone as much possible, and always keep your phone under lock. Next. Now, this is what I've been telling you. Cyber Dose of I4C, we are having, this is our social media handle, and we are continuously asking the countrymen to follow it, because all the authentic information we are trying to push it. And as I told you, all the cybercrime related complaints are coming to us. So based on those complaints, we are creating new alerts on this. And all the videos I showed you right now on different modus operandi, all the videos you will find on this CyberDose handle next. So in all these platforms, either it is Twitter, now it is X, which we call Facebook, Insta, WhatsApp, public, share chat, Telegram, YouTube, LinkedIn, anywhere you are comfortable, or more than one of them, you should follow it and get the updates from it on daily basis. So as I told you, we have almost 17 lakh followers now across all these 9 platforms. And then we are putting all these, alert messages. We are also putting live, sessions from different police officers who are cracking cybercrime cases, and all these things we are coming. So you get all the authentic information next. So all this we are putting. We are also doing some very, interesting contests on CyberDose, which is meant to engage the audience next. So that people are, become a part. It should not be preached. Cyber safety is something which should be practiced. So we want people to a part of this fight against cybercrime, not mere listeners. That is what I am telling whoever are attending this course right now session. I want them also to become a part of this fight against cybercrime, not just mere listeners. So we are running 3 contests are running here. One is like we have asked people to, make follow, others follow, and then become cyber ambassador of the month. All this can be accessed. There's another where you can make small videos of, you can talk about cyber safety, whatever, cases you have seen or felt. You can share that. You can get prizes from us next. Then on, WhatsApp frauds are these days very much prominent. So we got very many complaints that, nowadays your friend is calling you and sending you a message and telling that my OTP has gone on your WhatsApp, please share. Since your friend is telling, you are immediately sharing that OTP. As soon as you share that OTP, your WhatsApp account is logged out and somebody else gets the access of your WhatsApp account. And then he starts making these messages to your contacts. So this is what is happening. So we are running this WhatsApp campaign, alert campaign. So for this also we are doing certain type of content. So all these are running there. So you have to follow. As I told you that our honorable PM already talked about Man Ki Baat. He also played a video about this digital arrest, and he asked all the schools and colleges to become a part in this fight against cybercrime. Next.
राष्ट्रीय साइबर हेल्पलाइन.
Next. Now, see, we have also created few, booklets like do's and don't booklets. So it is Hindi, English both. So on which we are, whatever I told you, whatever we have, told you, all these things are mentioned in these booklets. So if you get access to these booklets, you will be able to see. So we will share all these next, whatever content we are having. Since nowadays we feel that people are not very much, interested in reading that much. Even students are not very much interested in reading. So we try to make it as, interesting as possible. So we have made some comic book where you can see this 15 type of modus operandi of cyber criminals. We have put in a very interesting story format so that you see and you will be alerted. So this is also in English and Hindi both. So we are very much ready and willing to back. We are very much ready and willing to share with schools and whoever want. So right now we have in soft copy format. We will share all these things. Now, as far as schools are concerned, so right now CBSE has taken based on our request, they are very proactively they took this step and had this session today. But other than this, also we have been trying to contact the schools in various regions, locations as per our capacity, and we have done from our I4C team has done many sessions with schools. So we can see on different occasions, like October is celebrated as Cyber Safety Month. So we covered many schools in Delhi also, and also outside Delhi also through our state police and all. So so all these sessions we did with schools. It was very nice to be interacting with young people and telling the schools. We are training NCC cadets also. Because all these, we tell them what to do, how to do, and then they are following. So it becomes very, good that this message gets spread across through these, sources we are doing. Also, beside this, we are also having one cyber volunteer framework. When you go on the cybercrime.gov.in website, you will find that anybody, any student, any teacher, any citizen of India, if they want to contribute in the fight against cybercrime, they can register as a cyber volunteer, and after registering, they can, they will get some. They are free to conduct what type of awareness session they want to do, or they want to flag some unlawful content, or if they are cyber expert, they can help in other ways also. So you can anybody from you who want to get registered, you can apply on this. Once you apply, there will be a local police verification, and then you will considered a volunteer. So our cyber volunteers also keep on doing some good work like this. I am giving you, this is across the country. Some images from MP, some is from Maharashtra, and our volunteers have conducted all these sessions, for cyber awareness, and they keep on sending us. We have a group where we are continuously trying to communicate with them, and the good work they do, we try to recognize them on different occasions. Next. This you can see one of your CBSE teacher, Mr. Naveen Gupta is there, who is head of ICT in St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School in Delhi. So he keeps on conducting, he's also our volunteer, and he keeps on sharing. So I especially mentioned that even your school teachers and all, they are proactively working towards this. So I think The school teachers also, they can, other than what they are doing at school, means they can be a part of our cyber volunteers framework, and then they can, like Mr. Naveen is doing, he's also, besides his own school, he's going at different schools across, Delhi and also outside, and conducting sessions. And till date, he has, trained more than 30,000 teachers across, different regions. So I think this is a good way to come in. Now I wanted to talk a little bit about this is all what we are doing with our limited capacity, what we can do. But we wanted the schools to participate in this, fight against cybercrime. Now, since you have seen already what type of, what is the gravity of the situation, how people are getting, defrauded, how people are losing their lives, not only money, but lives. And you can understand if a young student, a kid, in a very young age, if a child is getting, this type of, cyber bullied or cyber harassed or blackmailed, his whole life can become a hell. So we want schools to come along with us and participate in this fight against cybercrime. So we have certain suggestions which we have, discussed at different occasions. Now again, I want to put it forward to all of you. So we have continuously requested that cyber clubs should be set up in different schools. Like your schools are very proactive and they are doing different type of, like you have some, environment safety things you are doing. Similarly, there should be cyber clubs in each school, and which can conduct different type of cyber awareness activities in their school. That we have a separate slide. Similarly, one teacher should be nominated, a faculty member, maybe their ICT head or somebody who can, work as a nodal for this. We can call them either a cyber dose nodal or whatever, so that they, from school side, they can coordinate with, higher agencies, next like CBSE or from our side. So this school can nominate and they can find out a way. Then the relevant information and updates should be, updated on the notice board, school website. Their parents portal are there on all the schools. So I don't say that spam people will be every day with some, but if some very important message comes, then once in a while, maybe once in a week or twice, you can, keep it posting on those portals on your website, so that people are aware and they don't become victim of this cybercrime. Because everybody today is a, party for this. Everybody is a potential, platform for getting this type of becoming a victim. So because everything is online, your portal is online, your school website is online. So this type of messaging should be there. One suggestion we wanted to give, that while you are conducting PTMs or orientation classes for parents, you are interacting with them. So try to give this message to them that what is our helpline number, what is the where they have to lodge a complaint on what portal, and then what type of cyber crimes are happening mostly. So brief, you can give them some idea, or maybe the brochure can be given to them. So this type of messaging can be done to the parents, and they can be asked to at least to follow CyberDose handle of Ministry of Home Affairs, because if they are following that, all the information will readily start going to them. And then training the teachers, which we are already doing in our capacity, but I think it should be done in a more organized fashion. So all schools should, proactively ask their teachers to get trained, and I think CBSE and education boards, and along with us, we are continuously doing it. Then there are schools' responsibilities, like they can also, you can put this, whatever cyber awareness thing they are doing, they can share it through newsletter articles, because every school has a magazine also. So they can share it with within their school, with the guardians, with other schools, local police, or even with I4C, MHA. We will be very happy to see what schools are doing. They can do some contests, they can declare some cyber champs of the quarter or year. Similarly, observe the Cyber Jagrukta Divas. This is one very important, like as per a directive which has gone from MHA to all the PSUs, all the government ministries, as well as to all education boards, that every first Wednesday of every month we are celebrating as Cyber Jagrukta Divas, which we call Cyber Awareness Day or Jagrukta Divas. So this, if schools start observing it at least once in a month, so fixing a date, what happens? It makes it like a habit, and it is followed. So you can every Cyber Jagrukta Divas, you can hold some assembly lecture or something like that, or some activity on that, so that the students every month they are getting aware of this. You can try to get the information from our. If you want to get some information, you can get it from us or you can get it from our cyber dost handle also. So all these things you can do. So similarly, you can say that these are some activities we have listed for cyber clubs which can be done. These are just suggestions. We want you to establish cyber clubs. Once cyber club is established, you will have much more idea. But these are a few things our experts have suggested that can be done. Like update on notice boards, walk to class, assembly updates, quiz competitions can be done, online tasks on cyber awareness, reward for achievers, pledge on cyber hygiene, cyber safety day week, tales of cyber warrior, Karnataka, poster making, this type of competitions, multiple things can be done. So these, I think, those cyber clubs can decide and do that. Next. From education boards like CBSE, and then we have other education boards also. They should basically integrate the cyber hygiene training session with their master trainer program calendar, because every education board, I think, like CBSE, has a very good mechanism of keep on conducting the training program for their teachers to train the trainers. In this, we can have a fixed session for on cyber hygiene, so that whatever messaging we want to do to CBSE and all, and our people, NHA, I4C, can go and they can contribute in these training sessions as a resource person. So we'll be happy to do that. National level events should be maybe organized for cyber hygiene in all, like CBSE schools are there. Then we can you can do it at a national level, like from state, district to state, state to national, and then we can bring it to a high level. So it will generate a very good awareness among the students and parents also, because when a student prepares for an activity, their parents are also involved in that. So this can be done. Similarly, this we have been requesting for long, that cyber hygiene chapters and national helpline number and this information should be somehow integrated with the course curriculum. Maybe this can be done by the education NCRT or maybe Department of Education, but this has to be done because we can see chapters and sessions on environment, friendliness, and other type of very pollution control and all these things, drug abuse. They are now part of syllabus. So cyber now, since it has become a very latest and very omnipresent type of thing, so this should be included so that the children is from a very elementary level only he is aware, because a student of class 5, 6, 7, 8, they are using social media, but we are not teaching them that how to use social media. So they are not aware of the consequences, and unknowingly they are becoming a victim, or they are committing the crime to make others victim. So this is very important that we include it in the course curriculum. UGC we have requested, and UGC has already included in all the UG and PG classes. Similarly, I think it should be done for the school education as well. Now we are coming on. So as I told you that the sessions should be done. So we are in touch with NCRT. We are conducting these sessions very regularly. We are NCRT is holding SRG level 1, level 2 state resource group training sessions. So very we are doing it continuously with NCRT, and they are conducting sessions. I think their training program is going around the year. So this year, last year only, we have participated in 4 such training programs, and each training program for 5 days continuously our resource persons went there and they took sessions, because the whole training program was based on cyber, cyber safety, cyber hygiene, cyber awareness. So we happily and willingly participated in that. So similarly, we can do it with school education. Next slide. So then comes so we have certain immediate requests from I4C that we wanted to make from the schools. We are sharing. We have prepared a special advisory in a very short and crisp format, because we know 20-30 pages booklet people are really reading, or they are it gets delayed or avoided. So we have prepared very one-page advisory. We would want to share right now also with this chat box. In the chat box, also we will share a few drives where we have all the awareness content that I showed you. Some videos you must have found it quite engaging. So the videos, the comic book, the do's and don't booklet, everything we have put in certain Google Drives. We will share it in the chat box. You can, any school, anybody who is participating in this program, they can keep it, save it, and they can download all the content and keep it running in there whenever they want, in their school sessions or wherever they want. Second is like students may be encouraged to take the cyber hygiene pledge. We have created one pledge for today's session, especially where the pledge can be given to the students, which they can carry to their home also. Either they can get it signed by their parents, school staff can also do it and say, this is one page small pledge, but if you read that and sign that, it will give much more effect on that. So I think these two are very easy to do. Advisory has to be circulated and read by all, and the pledge can be signed. Third is the easiest thing that I wanted and requesting from all of you, that anybody, all your school, ask all your school personnel to follow the handle, because we all are following so many social media handle on Facebook, Twitter, Insta. Why not one informative and such type of handle which is giving you cyber hygiene awareness messaging, and you are saving you and your family members from this type of cyber frauds, because we know when one person becomes a victim, what happens and what he undergoes. So please, all of you, try to follow CyberDose handle as I told you. So these three things you can do today itself. We are sharing the two documents on the chat box, and social media handle you can always see and follow. Next. Now, not that only we want you to do something, we are always available. So we are ready to provide any support you want from I4C side. We are available for all possible assistance round the clock. We will share the email IDs, the chat box pe dal dijiyega email IDs. We will give you two email IDs. Either you route it through CBSE. I think CBSE and other education board, you are in a better position to tell how things should be routed to make it in a more structured format. So I'll request that CBSE may help us, just like they have helped us in organizing this very good session. So they can help us in getting whatever requirement comes from any school or CBSE want, it's very good. Even if a school wants, just like school asks us, we go there for the session. Anybody wants any awareness material, any type of help, we are ready to provide to them. We can arrange resource persons at any location across India. Even if you are in a village, you tell us, we will send some cyber expert or some police personnel who is dealing with cyber crime cases. They will very well, in a very better way, they will tell you what to do, what precautions have to be taken. We can arrange that for you. Any other help for genetic awareness for cybercrime in the society, if you want any awareness material like images, audio, visual material, the comic book, booklets, that all we can give. As I told you, we are ready to participate by providing resource persons in the, just like in NCRT we are doing. Similarly, we can do that for the CBSE sessions or any other education board. If we are doing, we want it to be in a structured way. It should not be like a one-time affair, like abhi session kiya to ek training course kara diya. It should be like integrated with the ongoing annual calendar, so that it keeps on running, because it's a very dynamic field. Every day a new type of fraud comes, a new type of threat comes, so we have to be very much aware. So, and of course, I will request CBSE, like there are few schools who may do very good work, some of them may do average type of take effort. So I think CBSE can help us, guide us, how we can acknowledge the good work which are done by the schools. We are very much willing. It will give a good motivation to the schools if they are doing good work, and we want to acknowledge them. We want them to get recognition, so that others also follow, and at the end we are getting a very good cybercrime awareness across the country. Just I'm coming to an end. I will leave you with what Mr. Bachchan is telling for 59 seconds video. Just listen to it and try to follow. That is all from my side.
क्या आप जानते हैं कि देश में हर दिन 6000 से भी अधिक लोग साइबर अपराधियों के हाथों करोड़ रुपया गंवा रहे हैं। देखिए, किसी को पैसे दुगने करने की जल्दी होती है, तो कोई जो है अनजाने नंबरों से आए हुए वीडियो कॉल्स को झट से उठा लेते हैं, और कई तो ऐसे हैं कि नकली पुलिस, सीबीआई या जज के वीडियो कॉल से डर भी जाते हैं। साइबर अपराधियों की चालों से बचना है अगर आपको, तो उनसे 2 कदम आगे रहना होगा। आज ही फॉलो कीजिए गृह मंत्रालय का ऑफिशियल सोशल मीडिया हैंडल साइबर दोस्त। फिर भी अगर आप शिकार बन जाएं, तो बिना देर किए कॉल कीजिए 1930 पर, या अपनी कंप्लेंट जो है उसे दर्ज करें यहाँ www.cybercrime.gov.in पर। ध्यान रहे, साइबर अपराधियों का मत लो टेंशन। स्टॉप, थिंक एंड देन टेक एक्शन। धन्यवाद।
I have just been told that whatever we wanted to share the content with you, the chat box is not available for all. So we will share the what documents I told, a drive link and the document of pledge and the advisory with CBSE, and I think CBSE must have some mechanism to circulate it to all, so you can get it from there. But I request that you do this and let us know that if you have did it, you have done it, so that it will be good for us, and we will try to acknowledge that. Thank you very much. Hope this session not only gave you some new insight on what type of cyber crimes are happening, but also it will motivate you to act on the ground, because it's a high time that we all start working together with a good cooperation among each other and make a cyber crime free India, a digitally smart India. Thank you very much.
Nishantji, I have to tell you that, am I audible, Swati?
Yes.
Nishantji, I must compliment you about this elaborate, presentation. Very useful, and in such a simple and lucid manner. एक चीज आपने simple examples के साथ बताया. I think this is for the first time most of us who has been watching this program would realize कि हम टीवी में या फिर कहीं पे भी कोई इस तरह के जो अवेयरनेस ऐड आते हैं, हम उसको फट से उसको पूरा सुने देखे बिना आप बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे थे, हम आगे बढ़ जाते हैं. And after listening to you, we realize that how serious and rampant this problem has gone on to become. And इतना बताने को है, इतना सीखने समझने को है. मुझे लगता है कि इसको प्रमोट करने की और उसको इस पूरे सेशन को अलग तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर करने की भी आवश्यकता है. तो अभी हमने ये सोचा है कि एक तो हमारे जो कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग प्रोग्राम है, वो हमारे पास क्या है कि वी हैव अ वेरी टैलेंटेड पूल ऑफ रिसोर्स पर्सन, and we keep conducting on a monthly basis around 45 capacity building program on variety of subject. तो हमारे जो सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस के हेड्स हैं, मैं उनको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि ईच टाइम व्हेन वी कंडक्ट हाफ ए डे और वन डे वर्कशॉप और 2 days वर्कशॉप, आपके इस वीडियो को जरूर वहां चलाया जाए. एक तो हम ये करेंगे. दूसरा ये है कि आपने हमें बताया कि तकरीबन 66,000 calls you are getting every day, and the loss per day is to the tune of 60 crore. I mean, one can imagine the volume of loss that we are having to deal with. And the fact that कि आपका department, Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India, and Honorable Prime Minister, he himself urging all of us to be more sensitive and careful about this menace. It shows कि हमारा government level पे क्या commitment है. And if we could demonstrate our collective commitment, when we together we dealt with the problem of COVID, and also when we started, working in a mission mode for cleanliness drive across the country, मुझे लगता है कि हमारे जो स्कूल सिस्टम है वो बहुत ही संजीदा है, बड़े सेंसिटिव एंड कमिटेड लोग हैं. और आप जब हमारे स्कूलों के साथ, प्रिंसिपल के साथ और बच्चों के साथ काम करेंगे, टीचर्स के साथ, तो यू वुड रियलाइज दैट a large chunk of us we mean business and we will take it forward. School भी हमें सुन रहे हैं, and we would very sincerely and politely request them that if they could conduct group discussions or perhaps quiz contests based on the the informative input that you have given, and we will be of course sharing with all the schools because we have a system of district training coordinators and deputy district training coordinators, and these are all very proactive and accessible people. So they work as a kind of SPOC, single point of contact in the district. Also, we have a system of Sahodaya complex where we have very committed principals and members. हम इन सबसे ये सारी इंफॉर्मेशन शेयर करेंगे और हम कोशिश करेंगे कि स्कूल को हम इनकरेज करें कि ग्रुप डिस्कशन हो, क्विज कंटेस्ट हो, और तो और यदि स्कूल में कोई हादसा हो गया, इट हैपेंड टू अ टीचर, टू अ चाइल्ड, टू अ फैमिली, आई थिंक दैट रियल केस स्टडी शुड आल्सो बी डिस्कस्ड, ताकि पता तो चले कि it can happen to any one of us. I mean, we don't realize the seriousness of a problem till we face it ourselves. तो वो हम इसको अवॉइड करें और एक मैसिव अवेयरनेस कैंपेन में हम इसको ले चलेंगे. जो आपने बताया कि वॉलंटियर्स है, तो हमारे जो रिसोर्स पर्सन है वो आई थिंक वी वुड टॉक टू देम एंड वी वुड try and get many of them trained so that they themselves become volunteers and they become रिसोर्स पर्सन, ताकि आपका काम हम थोड़ा शेयर कर सके हमारे जो वर्दी टीचर्स है उनके माध्यम से। आपने एक और सजेशन दिया कि वर्दी एक सजेशन था साइबर क्लब के बारे में। तो हमारे यहाँ ग्रीन क्लब है और भी तमाम तरीके के क्लब स्कूल में बनते रहते हैं। सो आई थिंक साइबर क्लब इज अगेन अ गुड आइडिया where the senior boys and girls can take the lead and can ensure awareness program. जो ओवरऑल ऑपरेटर्स आपने बताया वो शायद हम लोगों में से बहुत लोगों को नहीं पता है कि देयर इज होल preventive and reporting apparatus which is working, which has been so comprehensively set up by your department. साइबर पुलिस पोर्टल है, सहयोग पोर्टल है, उसके बाद आपने बताया है साइबर दोस्त एंड हेल्पलाइन नंबर जो कंसिस्टेंटली ऑन रहता है। ये सारी चीजें आई थिंक पब्लिक एट लार्ज को अवेलेबल है और इसको हम ऑफलाइन ऑनलाइन में इसको हम और इस पूरी अवेयरनेस स्कीम को प्रोपेगेट करेंगे। एंड CBSE with its entire school family, let me tell you that we are you count us into this whole business of sensitizing people across the country, and चाहे वो बच्चे हो, पेरेंट्स हो, कम्युनिटी एट लार्ज हो, स्कूल्स हो, सभी के लिए। और क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ एक करिकुलम सिस्टम फॉलो होता है, हम उस सिस्टम में जिसमें फाउंडेशन, प्रिपरेटरी, मिडिल एंड सेकेंडरी, तो हम चाहेंगे कि हम आपके साथ मैनुअल्स पे भी काम करें एंड वी वुड बी वेरी हैप्पी दैट इफ यू लीड दैट कमेटी एंड देन वी वुड engage a resource person across the country and so that we develop some CBP module for it. और वो CBP module हम multiple languages में भी try करेंगे, create करेंगे, because we are a very multilingual society. तो और फिर हम आपसे भी अर्ज करेंगे एंड वी वुड रिक्वेस्ट our CBPs जो हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन है, they would also conduct the such sensitization program in their respective areas, keeping the cost and logistics etc. at a very minimum. और यदि हम लोकल लैंग्वेजेस में, रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस में इसको बताएंगे तो फिर ज़्यादा हमें उसका एक बेहतर रिजल्ट आएगा। और आई एश्योर यू कि CBSE टुगेदर वी आर पार्ट ऑफ इट। और जब इस वेबिनार के बारे में मैं ऑनरेबल चेयरमैन सर से बात कर रहा था तो ही इमीडिएटली एग्रीड एंड ही सेड वी विल टेक इट फॉरवर्ड, we will scale it up, we will intensify all your efforts, the I4C, and हम आपके साथ हैं और हम इसको एक बार आपसे बात भी कर लेंगे और school will take it forward, I can guarantee you, on behalf of all the schools, also on behalf of all the heads of the Center of Excellence. हमारे दुबई में भी स्कूल है, हमारे डायरेक्टर जो हैं वहाँ के वो भी सुन रहे होंगे, हम उनके साथ भी बात करेंगे कि how we can ensure to bring this also as a part of component of the awareness program there to 65 schools हैं वहाँ पे भी। एंड वेरी इंफॉर्मेटिव प्रोग्राम और आप और आपकी टीम को बहुत बहुत बधाई। और ये देख के पता चल रहा है कि जैसे कहते हैं ना, बैक स्टेज में कितना काम हो रहा है। और वो हमको लगता है कि एक फोन आ रहा है और हम बस फोन ब्लॉक कर देते हैं, द जॉब इज डन, दैट इज जॉब इज नॉट डन। एक पूरी मशीनरी काम कर रही है और CBSE हमेशा ऐसी किसी चीज में प्रोएक्टिवली साथ में रहती है। लास्ट टाइम व्हेन भारतीय न्याय संहिता वाज अनाउंस्ड, we held a detailed webinar on this. We had Mr. Jain, Special Director, former CBI, and उन्होंने एक detailed हमको awareness program दिया था। So from our side, I think rest assured that कि हम सब आपके साथ हैं and we will take this as a mission mode. और जिस format में, जिस stage पे, जिस scale पे, जिस लेवल पे, जिस लेवल पे आप हमसे हेल्प चाहेंगे हम करेंगे, हमारे स्कूल आपके साथ रहेंगे। एंड जो आप ये प्रोग्राम आपने बनाया है, यदि ये प्रेजेंटेशन आपके पास अवेलेबल है एंड if it is only meant for awareness and if it is shareable with all of us, तो हम इसको आप हमें दे देंगे तो हम उसको वेबसाइट पे भी डाल सकते हैं CBSE के। एंड हम फिर अपने जो हमारे हेड्स ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस है और जो बाकी अधिकारी है उनके माध्यम से अक्रॉस द कंट्री हम उनको शेयर कर पाएंगे थ्रू व्हाट्सएप एंड व्हाटएवर मोड दैट वी हैव। और हम फिर सोशल मीडिया पे भी हैं तो हम इस वेबिनार को वहाँ पे भी प्रमोट करेंगे ताकि जो भी लोग देखना चाहें इसे देख के they can take benefit out of it. So we are really very grateful to you for this webinar, and we will conduct at a regional level also similar exercises both in offline and online. So thank you so much, and to your entire team. Kudos to you.
Thank you for your support with having this, because it was very important. And I just request that we have made those 2 pages, maybe advisory and one that can be circulated if possible. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Finding time and enriching us all in raising awareness about cybercrime, promoting National Cybercrime Helpline number, that is 1930, and CyberDose, a social media handle. I would also like to extend my gratitude to and respect to Director Sir Manoj Srivastava Sir for his insightful and thoughtful words on cybercrime and its impact on young lives. In the end, I would like to thank all the people who are watching us live and hoping for them to carry forward the learnings of this webinar and follow it in their school systems. From my side, I thank you all once again. Thank you and namaskar.